Hey everyone, what's going on today? So we're gonna go out and finish up the body work on the Bronco. Come out here and see what these kids are doing. What y'all doing? You bored? Y'all, is he alive? Is he breathing?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me check. Oh, I'll come in with you for a little bit. Yeah.
Daddy. Can you pull this off right quick?
Yeah, here.
We're allergic to dogs here.
Oh, did Rambo make you sneeze?
What?
Rambo?
Yeah. I gotta be a puppy.
Oh, oh, you got me.
GoPro's upside down.
Is it? Oh.
Upside down.
Whoops. Because I don't have the case on it. So I don't know what. It's been upside down the whole time.
I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm fine.
She fine. We all fine. Oh. RPC?
Yeah. My socks are so clean. Oh, we got recorded.
Oh, look at your hair. There's my phone. Zap. Alright, forgive the mess. I got the holes filled, all welded up. Now I'm just working on getting this dang dent out. I didn't want to cut the dent out, and I didn't have a puller. So what I did was I just cut a little spot on the back so I could get a pipe in there and beat it out. So that's what I'm working on right now. I got a majority of it out, so I'm thinking I'm going to work with that, because there's no way I can get this. Here, I'll just swing it around and show you. Come here. Alright, so there's no way I can get this out, this little crease here. So, tried my best, but it is better. I got most of it knocked back out. Got a low spot here, a low spot right here. You can see it goes this way and then around this way, and then this little dip. I got this dent pushed out, so it's looking pretty good. Got all my holes spotted up. I did have this one spotted up, but something happened, and when I was grinding it, my welds came off. So I think I just grounded my spot welds down too far. So I got to get a new hole for that put in, finish sanding it, and then work on this a little more. But it's looking a whole lot better than it did before. Let's see if I can't find a picture. Yep, so I'm getting those dents worked out, holes filled in. Yeah, there goes a bunch of junk. I got my spots on the back filled in. So, and then once I'm done here, I'll just fold this back down and tack it in and then call it a day. But yeah, got all my holes filled up, so we're getting there. And I'll show you. This is how the bed turned out. The seam is, oh, I think it was 2 inches in right here. So, I mean, you can't even tell. So I did a pretty good job. There is, let's see if we can see it in here. Oh, this little dent here. Couldn't get that out. Well, shouldn't say I couldn't get it out, is when I didn't notice it to get it out until I was already done. So I'm not gonna strain over it too much, because I was more worried about eye level, and I don't know, somehow I missed it. So it happens. I mean, if this was gonna be a SEMA show, yeah, I'd have to go back in and get that taken care of, but this is going to be a daily driver, mud bogger, toy. Hi, kitty. So I want it to look decent, but at the same time, it's probably going to get dinged up anyways, so not a big deal. What's going on, fellas? So back here with the Bronco project. It's a little windy out today, so I can't open the doors because the wind's coming right out of the south, so straight into the shop. So tailgate is semi-finished. You know, for the most part. It's needs another coat of primer and a little bit of sanding after that, and I think it should be done. But this side's all finished. I started on that. There's a couple dents in there from it being off and falling over a couple times, so I'm just gonna not fill those. I'm just gonna tap them out the best I can, and where they end up is where they end up. But it'll need another coat. And see, here's a dent there, there's one there, and there's one right here. So I'm just gonna tap those out after I take it back off. It's only being held in with one screw. Take those off, tap them out with a hammer, put another coat of primer on it, and then do a final sand. And then, so that'll be finished. This will be finished. Final coat and sand on tailgate, and it'll be finished. Come over into the dark side. I got to do the fender well and the front fender on this side, so I'm going to finish working on this side real quick, so that way everything's done on this end. And trying to mock up how I want these bars to go. So not sure how I want to design it yet. I need to get the front seats put in to see how much spacing I have to build the tunnel. Right, Meow? She's my helper today. So we'll get the seats put in, and I'll figure up a design for this subframe, flooring, support, whatever you want to call it. What's up, Meow? Meow. So, and once we get the floor in, I'll start up here on the fender wall, firewall, build down, out, all the way back, and then we'll tie in the bed. So what do you say, supervisor? Did I do it right? Alright, so Meow, my supervisor, gave me an idea. Went ahead and notched these out, front and back. I got that one in place. And that way, it'll just go to sit down in there, like so. Stick in there. I might have to trim a little bit more on that end. And this is down in there. Go. It's down in there, sits flush. So then all I gotta do is just weld around here, and then on the bottom, then up around the top, and there we go. So I have the two, these are the main supports. They're 1-inch square tubing, which is plenty strong for what I need. I got these ones, these are 3/4 inch, so just slightly a little smaller. I'll be running them this way, and then for the tunnel I may use the 3/4, or I might drop down to about half inch square, but we'll see when we get there. But that's a start. So yes, I am getting there. I gotta figure out what's wrong with the motor. I tried to turn it over at the crank, and it's not turning. I think it sat out in the weather too long. Something seized up in there, so I gotta figure out what it is. Hopefully it's just a little bit of that we can break it loose, and it still should be usable, I would think. It's just a matter of getting it to turn over is all. So, but I'll give you an update once I figure out the news on that. So fingers crossed we can still use this motor. If not, then we gotta do something else with it. But I plan on using this motor anyways until it goes kaput, until I blow it up, whatever, and then I'll do a motor swap in it. I'm not sure what, probably a 302 or something. So, but in the meantime, I'll finish up the body work, get it all set, and then I can worry about the motor later. So yep. So thanks for watching, guys. Stick around, there'll be more content coming back.